Halo guys semuanya, kembali lagi bersama detektif film 6 channel. Kita akan lanjutkan seri Sherlock Holmes berjudulkan Crime and Punishment. Nah guys semuanya, setelah di kemarin kita berhadapan atau dengan judul kasus utama yaitu The Devil is Doctor, bagaimana feeling untuk menganalisa? Nah, sekarang kita akan melanjutkan dari seri yang berbeda, kan, tetapi rintangan-rintangan kasusnya akan berbeda pula pastinya. Ini kalau developernya masih sama, yaitu dari Peter ya, yang dimana detektif ingin mencoba kembali analisis itu. Semoga guys semua suka, karena sesuai janji jika detektif akan menyegerakan case ini untuk big event Sherlock Holmes yang satu lagi, dan sudah ada di PS4. Nah, seperti apa? Mari kita lihat jalannya ya. Oke. Ini nggak tahu ya, kalau rasanya copyright mungkin detektif skip. Tokoh yang dikenal semua kayaknya. Kaitkan satu neuron otak. Oke. The Fate of Black Peter. Takdir Black Peter. Apa yang akan terjadi di sini? Kita langsung saja untuk melihat cerita awalnya. Siapa? Selalu aja.
Holmes.
Oke, take over.
Holmes, will you stop that?
Buset dah, Holmes, lu ngapain lu?
You are utterly mad.
Tuh, tangkap.
Stop, Holmes.
Is that you, Watson?
Yes, of course it is. And you almost killed me.
Nonsense. I was aiming for the vases.
Blindfolded.
Watson, quiet please. I'm trying to concentrate.
Lestrade.
Lestrade. What is it this time?
He can see me. Well, here it is, and it's a good one, Mr. Holmes. A gentleman by the name of Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, has been murdered.
A sailor, most probably.
What happened here?
Oh, Mr. Holmes, how could you?
It's the only exercise I've had all week. A grateful client from Limoges sent me a vase collection this morning. I couldn't think of a better use for it.
You're out of your mind.
I missed 4 out of 10.
Given you were blindfolded, that was very good. Can I have a try?
Am I the only sane one here?
I suppose that Watson is right, Inspector. A little brain work would be preferable now. Do please tell us more about Black Peter.
Peter Carey, born in 1845 and 50 years old. An ambitious sort, he achieved much success in seal and whale hunting around Scandinavia. Retired in 1884 with a small fortune. He invested his money in a property called Woodman's Lee, near Forest Row in Sussex. It was where he lived for 6 years, and where he was found dead yesterday.
Has the investigation already begun?
Yes and no. In fact, this crime is so mysterious that I would prefer you to join me down there.
Give me half an hour to prepare, Inspector.
Take your time and join me there. I have to go through the yard first. The Medi men struck again.
What have they done this time?
They robbed a powder reserve. I'll meet you at Woodman's Lee, Mr. Holmes.
I should have Mrs. Hudson here. I also have several appointments that I must keep this afternoon.
I shall go alone then.
Oke. Kalau dibandingin dengan progres tahun sebelumnya, Sherlock Holmesnya tampak lebih tua di sini. Oke. Taksnya ke itu dia. Manly. Apakah ada topi di sini? Enggak ya. Nggak jadi. Oke. Kita mau ngomong sama siapa dulu?
You go along to Peter Carey's house. Mrs. Hudson and I will take care of the mess you've made here.
Yep.
Oh, what a mess! What a terrible mess!
Iya. Kita ganti pakaian dulu kali.
This is where I keep my post.
Nampaknya tidak jauh beda ya. Wardrobe kita ganti dulu, karena kalau pakaian tidur akan mengganggu banget. Oke, yuk kita harus kemana? Manly ya. Without further ado, let's go. Cepet banget nyampe ya.
Mr. Holmes, I'm over here. Come on.
Oke. Join Lestrade at Woodman's Lee. Yuk kita perhatikan dulu. Analisa number 1. Oke, yuk. Oh, apa ini? Oke. Footprints. Oh.
These footprints appear to be quite large.
Oke, nice deduction. Auto juga lah kali ini.
Mr. Holmes?
Kunci.
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
Garden. Enggak ya. Mungkin kita langsung ngomong dengan orangnya juga. Kunci.
Mr. Holmes?
Yuk.
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
As soon as we can, Mrs. Carey, I assure you. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Sherlock Holmes. He's a detective. No doubt you've heard of him. I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
My condolences, Mrs. Carey.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Oke. Seperti biasa, mari kita analisa dulu. Oke. Adakah sesuatu? Kalung. Oke. Bedanya mungkin di sini tidak pakai waktu untuk tantangannya ya guys ya, which is good news. Lagi kah? Oh, complete. Kita tanya dulu.
Madam, Can you tell me if you saw or heard anything unusual upon the night of the murder?
At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream. But I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
Kejadiannya jadi jam 2 dini hari.
Can you please tell me what occurred on the evening of the murder?
Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper. Usually whenever that happened, he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before passing out.
Okay.
Do you remember at what time you found your husband's body?
In the morning, at around 7 o'clock, I noticed the cabin door was open, but I didn't go in to take a look, for I knew my husband would not have liked it. At around 10 o'clock, I dared to glance in through the door and... oh dear.
Was your husband accustomed to receiving visitors?
Oh no, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't really have many friends. He lived quite an isolated life here, after his retirement.
Hidup tanpa rekan, mungkin terisolasi. Ya, kalau dilihat dari nih familynya, keluarganya mungkin udah termasuk berumur kali.
The garden is very large and well maintained. Do you employ someone to look after it?
It is true, there is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
Energik juga. Mungkin ya kebiasaan lah ya. Habit.
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes, life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh, yes, but how do you know about that?
Wow. Apa nih? Pilgrimage. Contoh. Jangan sampai salah analisa ya. Oh, kayaknya betul. Kita coba.
You undertook a pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela when you were young. That much is evident from the rosary in your hand. The shortest route for the pilgrim from England to Spain is from Plymouth. I believe that you met Peter Carey as a young sailor there, and you married him soon afterwards.
That is indeed what happened, Mr. Holmes. How extraordinary.
Thank you, madam.
Ayo kita cek lagi mau ngapain kita. Oh, inspect crime scene-nya. Mungkin di bawah situ kali tuh. Nah, tuh si Lestrade juga ada. Kita juga bisa lari kayak biasa. Yuk.
Peter Carey's body is inside the cabin. We took care not to touch anything.
The door is locked.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Holmes, and I'll open it. I locked it yesterday to ensure that no one should enter the cabin and tamper with the evidence.
Ah, good thinking.
Hello, hello, hello.
What is it, Lestrade?
It seems to me that someone has tried to force it, Mr. Holmes.
Let me see.
Ya, mari kita lihat. Oke. Door lock. Cakaran.
These scratches are fresh. You're right. Someone tried to force open the door.
I swear these scratches were not here yesterday.
Now, a mysterious visitor came here last night.
Well, he's not the man for the job. This lock is not a difficult one.
Perhaps he did not have the right tool. What a terrible way to die.
Nanti detektif jelaskan. Kita lihat analisa dulu ya.
This place is not covered with dust, like the rest of the shelf. An object was taken from here. It was larger than a book, a box or a small chest, perhaps.
Okay.
The tooth of a sperm whale, probably from one of Peter Carey's catches.
Nice. Ada lagi kah?
The ship's logs of the Sea Unicorn for the years 1878 to 1884. Peter Carey was her captain. Harpoons for hunting whales.
Okay. Adakah sesuatu?
Peter
Sepatu
Carey's
boot.
boots. They look to be a size 8.
Okay. Kompas.
Old navigation instruments, nothing interesting. Harpoons for hunting whales. Someone drank from this glass recently. The initials PC have been crudely burned. A sailor's work.
PC, bukan komputer ya. Oke, yuk. Kita tengok apa ini?
This aroma is familiar, but to recognize it, I must construct my associations in one picture.
Well, ini mini games yang cukup unik ya. At least kita coba beberapa menitan lah, agar menarik. Oke, yuk kita coba dulu. Ini kalau nggak salah, kapal kah? Gimana nih? Menarik. Mari kita coba menyatukannya dulu nih.
Lepasin gini, tolong sedikit. Aduh, ini kan tricky sekali kayaknya. Tuh, kayaknya kapal sih, tapi apakah bisa ya?
Possibility ini kapal sini guys, cuman mungkin
Yes, this is a coarse tobacco, quite strong and very popular among sailors.
tobacco merek kapal.
Rum, a sailor's drink. It seemed that Captain Carey was enjoying a drink before he met his death.
Kelihatannya si Carey yang ini itu adalah seorang pelaut ya, kalau dilihat dari cara dia minum, barang-barangnya, dan buku-bukunya. Sekarang kita coba periksa si
The weapon
Carey-nya.
fully penetrated the body. The force of the blow was immense.
Okay.
This man is in his 50s, yet he still looks quite strong.
Wow.
Peter Carey was fully dressed. He was not caught by surprise. It is possible that he knew his murderer.
Apa ini? Not.
The pattern of the blood stain indicates that the notebook was not lying on the floor prior to the crime, but it was dropped into the pool of blood after the death of Peter Carey.
Oke,
JHN are probably the initials of the owner of this notebook.
kita buka. Wow,
These abbreviations mean something, but what?
nice. Salah. Nah, ini si knife. Pisau
This
berkas.
blood is from the pool underneath the dead body. This wooden handle is plain and solid. Peter Carey tried to defend himself with this knife, but he did not succeed.
Oke. Ini sudah tangan, baju, apa lagi?
Peter
Oh,
Carey
harpoon.
was impaled to the wall by a whaling harpoon.
Nice.
The murder weapon was probably taken from this rack.
Oke, mari kita masuk ke main palace dulu. Apakah ada yang bisa dianalisa sini? Nope. Oh, ada nih. Misi membuat
Someone
jebakan.
was here yesterday. They attempted to force the door to gain entry.
Yuk kita ngomong sama Lestrade-nya.
Well, Mr. Holmes, what do you think?
I think that we are lucky
Why is that?
because of last night's attempted break-in.
Oh, you've lost me.
It is very probable that whoever came here hoped to find the door open. They tried to force it with a knife blade, but they failed. What will they do? Why, return tonight, when they will be better prepared.
Aha! So what do you propose?
We shall remain on the outside, near the window, where we stand the best chance of catching sight of our visitor. Well, gentlemen, ready your pistols. We have a long night ahead of us.
Mantap, elegan sekali cara Sherlock ngomongnya. Bisakah kita ke sini? Boleh lah ya. Oke,
This
hiding
looks
place.
like the perfect hiding place.
Yuk kita lihat siapa yang ingin menyusup ke ruangannya si Carey aka Black Peter. Yuk kita lihat.
Shh! Did you hear that? There's someone there. I'm gonna collar him.
I'll be right behind you.
Police! Hold it right there.
Yup. Polis angkat tangan. Wow, siapa itu?
All right, my fine fellow. Who are you and what are you doing here?
You're detectives, I suppose. You imagine that I'm connected with the death of Captain Carey. I assure you I'm innocent.
Innocent? And what are you doing in his cabin?
Shall I tell you? You came to retrieve what you had lost after killing Peter Carey, but we were here, waiting for you.
What is your name?
John Hopley Nelligan, but I didn't.
Do you deny that you came here yesterday?
No, but yes, it's just that I couldn't.
I'm tired of this. Off we go to the yard. Tomorrow, I'll see that you're put in front of the judge.
What? But you can't. I'm not. It's a terrible mistake.
Enough. You can explain all of that to the judge. You're coming with me to the yard.
But
In light of recent events, it seems evident that your coming here was unnecessary. All the same, I'm very grateful to you, Mr. Holmes.
You are welcome, Inspector. But please don't be too hard on our young fellow. I would like to question him tomorrow morning.
Oh, langsung. Mantep banget nih. Seperti biasa lah ya, game Sherlock Holmes. Mungkin sedikit lagi lah ya sebelum kita tutup episode pertama kali ini perdana di Sherlock Holmes. Yuk, sekarang misi kita adalah untuk memeriksa orang yang kita sangka tadi ya, John Hopley Nelligan. Yuk kita mulai.
Mr. Holmes?
Yuk, nih ya.
These are the suspect's belongings. The notebook that we found on Peter Carey's cabin floor.
Oke. Cincin. Oh, apa itu bacaannya? From R. Dawson to my friend and partner 1883. Kita ulang lagi. Untuk temanku dari R. Dawson untuk temanku dan partnerku 1883. Mungkin di sini itu berhubungan dengan kelautan juga ya, karena bisa dilihat irama nadanya itu untuk temanku dan partnerku, mungkin rekan kerja seperlautan barangkali.
And partner, 1883.
Ya, ya.
From R. Dawson. To my friend, Dawson. I've seen this name before. Perhaps my archive holds the answer.
Thank you.
A handkerchief with the initials JHN. A pocket knife. It was used to force the door of Peter Carey's cabin.
Bisa dilihat kok mata pisaunya.
A handkerchief.
Apakah sudah kali ya?
These abbreviations mean something. But what?
Oke. Sekarang kita akan periksa siapa itu JHN. Yuk.
Locked.
Mr. Holmes?
Mana? Oh ini. Oke, yuk. Analisa dulu. Apa nih? Yang pertama itu ada topi kecil, jahitan baju, oke. Oh, untuk pengaman barangkali ini apa nih? Kalus. Kalus itu apa ya guys ya? Saya juga bingung. Ada scars, cakar. Oh, leher yang pendek. Apalagi itu? Putot. Sama sekali nggak ada loh. Cotok. Mudah-mudahan ini jadi yang terakhir lah ya. Pabrik, oke. mananya? Ah, bingo. Kita dengarkan.
Does this notebook belong to you?
Yes. But where did you find it? I did not know... I thought I'd lost it at the hotel.
What do these abbreviations mean?
Oh, no. I beg you, I can't. If I told you, it would only make things worse.
But I will find out eventually, Mr. Nelligan.
Aduh. Sorry,
The sea knife
sempat
was
ngelamun.
found near Carey's body. Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, did Mr. Carey try to defend himself or to attack you with it?
I don't know. I didn't kill anyone.
High possibility si JHN ini datang setelah kejadiannya. High possibility.
The police seized this valuable ring from you. Whose is it?
I didn't steal it from anyone. It has always belonged to me.
Apanya belong to me? Ada bukti yang menunjukkan itu bukan untuk Anda.
The ring's date of engraving is many years ago. You would have been a child then, hardly in any position to receive such an item from a partner.
Lanjut.
So, Mr. Nelligan, who is the true owner of the ring?
The ring is mine.
Bohong lagi. Ring itu nih ya. Itu penjelasannya, a heavy gold ring dengan inscription from Dawson to friend and partner 1883. Jadi di sini masih kita paskan dengan ini.
So, Mr. Nelligan, who is the true owner of the ring?
The ring is mine.
Oh. Contoh. Kayaknya detektif salah duga nih. Ini.
No, Mr. Nelligan. I believe that the ring had belonged to your father.
Oh, but how do you know?
The jacket you are wearing is made of an expensive fabric that only a man of exceptional wealth could afford. You do not seem to me to be a rich man, Mr. Nelligan. Furthermore, the garment is ill-fitting. It is quite clear that it belonged to someone else, most probably your father. With your father gone and taking with him the family's wealth, as a little boy you had to find yourself a manual job, and it was most probably cleaning fish. You cut your hands often while working. I can tell from the scars.
I'm speechless, Mr. Holmes. It all happened exactly as you say.
Well, I will see you soon, young man.
Please let me go. I'm innocent.
Ya, belum cukup bukti aja. Yuk kita masukin ke tempat analisa. Apalagi nih? Nelligan notebook. Kita baca. Nah, ini dia. Oke. Retrieving the notebook. Jadi JHN itu memang berencana untuk mengambil sesuatu kayaknya. Oke. Oh, ada lagi. Mantul. Experiment required.
I need to stage a reconstruction. I am sure that Watson would be happy to oblige.
Oh, prepare for prepare for harpoon throwing experiment. Aduh, salah. Oke, baiklah guys semuanya, untuk gameplay Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishment cukup sampai di sini dulu. kita sudah melihat bagaimana insiden terbunuhnya si Peter Carey aka Black Peter. Siapa pelaku aslinya di sini? Dan kita melihat JHN di sini bergerak mencurigakan. Tapi kalau film detektif, dia datang setelah kejadian pembunuhan. Itu yang paling penting. Lalu cuman di sini mungkin JHN ini sering tidak akrab kepada kedua orang tuanya, sehingga lebih memilih ke rekannya yang sesama suka dengan kelautan. Nah, oke, makasih telah melihat gameplay detektif kali ini. Di next video kita akan mencoba untuk mengeksperimenkan harpunnya, kemudian secara ilmiahnya. Nah, apakah nanti akan terjawab siapa pelakunya? Kita akan lihat lagi di next video. See you again. Bye and ciao.